Hello everyone and welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth, where we've just landed from our flight. We're trying to solve a murder. I think we're still technically a suspect, even though it's very clear that we didn't do it. But I'm still not entirely sure who did. My initial suspect I'm now less suspicious of. And I can't think of names right off the bat because this is a new recording session, so all of that stuff has been lost. But anyway, let's see what's going on. I know that once we had landed, I'm supposed to let the local police take over. And thanks to Miss Tenero, yeah, it was Tenero, I thought, initially. And Miss Meal, I was able to preserve the crime scene. But I just can't shake it. I wasn't able to talk with Miss Tenero in private. And so I'm left wondering just what she was up to. Why did she do what she did? Unless she's trying to cover for somebody, there must be a way for me to continue my investigation. I've been expecting you, Miles Edgeworth. Oh. Yes, that's definitely the... Franziska, I thought you were still in Germany. I go where I am needed, and wherever there are criminals to be caught. Her name is Franziska von Karma. Oh, I thought that we saw like her silhouette earlier. Maybe I was right. The daughter of my mentor, Manfred von Karma, she, like myself, is a prosecutor. Are you heading up this case? It would be a bit of a relief if you are. Don't you try to flatter me, Miles Edgeworth. I'm placing you under arrest. Whoa! What? It's quite frustrating, actually. I had hoped to exact my revenge on you in a different way. Different venue. But I'll have to take what I can get. I never thought I'd see the day when a disciple of the House of Von Karma would become a criminal. Have you no shame? Wait, it has all been a big misunderstanding. I didn't kill the victim. A misunderstanding? I heard all about the murder over the police radio from the captain himself. You waited for the victim on the first floor and then beat him to death. Franziska, do you honestly believe that I killed a man? I suppose I should reserve judgment until after I have investigated this for myself. I can put you on your arrest on hold until then. It's as it should be. Ha! I don't need a lecture on how to perform my duties from you of all people. To be perfect in every way, the fulfillment of that creed alone is all I strive for. Well, I have my own creed on which I must fulfill, so why don't we solve this together? I have to get going. The crime scene awaits. Don't you dare leave town. Trust me, I have no intention to. Detective Gumshoe? Yes, sir. Too slow. I'll dock your pay and beat you mercilessly. Yow! Listen up. I'm leaving you in charge of watching this man. Don't mess up, understand? But Mr. Edgeworth, I'm supposed to guard him? A simple yes or no, detective. Ah, yes, sir. Understood, sir. You just leave it to me. Miles Edgeworth, if you interfere with my investigation, I'll arrest you on the spot. Are we clear? Now then, if you'll excuse me. I love her animations. Actually, I really, like, as simple as they are, I really like all the animations in this. But, like, having played the other games and knowing, like, what they look like, and then seeing them kind of played out is pretty neat. Good to see you again, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Boy, am I glad to see you're okay. Thank you, Detective. I believe in you, sir. You can lean on me. I'll get you through this. I have to admit, I'm a bit curious as to what Franziska is up to. Maybe I should ask the good detective. Very well, in that case, I have a few questions for you. So I had a thought a little bit before I started this episode that I wonder if this whole thing is a ploy to slow us down. Like, prevent us from getting to our office? Because this is technically before the first case that we did, like the last chapter. So was the whole point of this just to, like, not necessarily even get us out of the way? I'm assuming that they probably knew it wouldn't work. Although if it did, they probably wouldn't complain. But I do wonder if the goal was to slow us down and keep us out of our office. Alright, let's take a look around. Lunchland. Not bad, I guess it's gotten big enough to warrant its own branch shops. Which should I go with? I recommend our airport special, World Flags lunchboxes, only available for a limited time. We have a variety of lunchboxes made up to look like different countries' flags. I wonder if they're aiming to take Lunchland to the international market? That was the one that, shoot, what was her name? From the first game in the extra chapter. That was it, right? Oh, that has been so long. How long ago was that even? We had like I think almost 2 years? That's crazy to me. That's crazy that it's been 2 years since the first game. I know the rest of you are probably like, yeah, no, we know. Get a move on. I'm trying. This man was in first class with me. He was quite shaken up by the whole affair. I did it. I made it the whole flight. I'm not scared of turbulence anymore. He must have been pretty scared. He's repeating the same thing over and over to himself. What about you? This child seems to be happily enjoying the sight of so many planes. Well, oh, I see it. I see now. Wow, I'd love to take a run down that runway. Oh, the youth of today. So much potential, yet so misguided. Is there a way to talk to... Looking from behind, I think I've seen this man somewhere before. In Soviet Russia, world flags lunchboxes eat you. Wait. Wait. Oh. Shoot, which trial was he from? Was it the... Hold on, maybe they'll say. Yeah. Found it, lol. Now I feel a wave of creative powers coming on. It's over 9,000 lols. For my next elite move, it's gonna be the Steel Samurai Warrior of Neo Ulta. Okay, no, it wasn't who I was thinking of. Oh yeah, it's the guy from the first Steel Samurai case. That's right. I was thinking the Glen Elg case from, I believe it was the third game. Where it was like all the programmers were involved. Nope. Versus the World Samurai Champion of Earth. It's gonna be rocks. There's so many. It's gonna rock so many boxers. I've never heard that before. So Steel Samurai is finally getting a movie. That's amazing. That's what he took from that. I love it. Wait, now he has to be a character in this. Or is that just like a neat little Easter egg? That's kind of neat. Initial investigation. So how's the initial investigation going? We just shipped the body off the coroner's office, and we're taking statements now, sir. Sounds like Francisca. She was always good at quick responses to a case. I'd say she was a little too quick, sir. Oh, how so? I rushed on over as soon as I got word of the affair, sir. But somehow, when I got here, Miss Von Karma was already here barking orders at everyone. It was kind of creepy, as though she knew there had been a murder or something, and had come in advance to await your flight's arrival. It was sort of odd. Oh, no, it's too, like, if she's up to something, it is way too early in this game. They can't sideline her yet. That would... no. She did show up rather quickly and out of the blue. Plus, I still don't know why she's here in America. There must be some backstory to all of this. Alright, yeah, tell me more. Miss Von Karma just kind of popped up at the prosecutor's office about a week ago, sir. Something about chasing down leads related to a certain incident. No details. It's kind of top secret, so she can't talk about it, even with me, sir. Knowing her, the only type of talking she likes to do is with her whip. Plus, I doubt the top secret part was what stopped her from talking to you, Detective. Although, I wonder if her case has anything to do with mine. Anyway, that's about all the info I have, sir. We should find out more as we investigate. As it is high time to resume my investigation, starting with talking to the people involved in this case afresh. Let me talk to everyone here. Or do I have to talk to him again? Can I go anywhere? Oh, I see the arrow now. I found it. So, you must be the captain. Why, yes I am, and who might you be? I'm the prodigy prosecutor, Franziska von Karma, and I have a few questions for you. Don't you dare, Captain, getting friendly with another woman. Oh. I'll never forgive you if you do. I want to see that fight. What are you talking about? I only have eyes for you, my dear Cammy. Ooh, wait a second. I wouldn't bet money on our dear captain to be much of a reputable person. So you don't ask the captain some questions, sir? He was in the cockpit the entire time. I highly doubt he would know anything of use. No. Anyway, I'd like to leave that type of witness to Franziska and her whip. No, I want to... Oh. Ah! Actually, I think I just want to see both of them yell at the captain. Now see here. Sorry, I'm sorry. How long do you intend to hold me? It is impossible for me to be criminal, I told you. Mr. LeBlanc? Oh, it is you. Tell this man to stop stopping me from going. Time is money. I don't have even the 1 second of wasteful time to spend. I wonder if I should talk to him. Alright, first the... Oh wait, can I... I'll examine that. Try nothing. Sir, you can't go in there. I'm Miles Edgeworth. I'm one of the prosecutors on this case, so please let me through. I'm very sorry, sir. No one is allowed to enter without Ms. Von Karma's express permission. But I'm on the case. Yes, I understand that, but she's scary. I also have explicit instructions not to let you through from Ms. Von Karma. Ugh. Why would you do this to me, Franziska? So what? She knows something. Oh, wait. What? Alright. Look around before we talk. Mr. Edgeworth. You have to see this chair. It says, in honor of Rocker Pals Day. What exactly is the big deal with these Rocker Pals? They're a seriously sweet Swiss superstar rock band, sir. Makes me want to listen to one of their songs right now. Sorry, I got lost in that forest of S's just now. Do you want me to explain it to you again? You know, Detective, I think I'll have to take a rain check on that, regrettably. No, it's going to be important, though. Looks like we can't go beyond here, sir. Plus, the body's been sent off to the medical examiner's office for an autopsy. Alright. Let's talk to you. Did you finish taking his statement yet? Yep, all done, sir. I do not concern you if you are not done examining cargo. Hold, I want my cargo back. Oh. If you make single scratch on my art, you will pay. Art? What sort of art? Mr. LeBlanc's an art dealer, so he's got a bunch of artworks down in the cargo hold, sir. There's practically a mountain of them, large and small. Yeah, from folk costume to stone statues, I sell all kinds of arts. Folk costume. Speaking of which, Mr. LeBlanc's hat kind of looks like that other piece of cloth. How did I miss that? Sure does. I was suspicious of him, but I've been suspicious of literally everyone who's shown up so far. Except Gumshoe. One of these times it's going to be Gumshoe. I'm going to be mad. It would be the perfect case because no one would suspect it. Please don't tell me if that happens. I'd be amazed and angry at the same time. Okay. I can present. Have you seen... Show him that, I suppose. Mr. LeBlanc, can you please take a look at this for me? Oh, it's a Bourguignon cloth. As I suspected, your hat is made of the same material, I suppose. Yes, of course. This fabric is so famous, orders come from over the seas for more. Okay. What did that update to? Then this is the cargo you were talking about earlier. No, my cargo this time is much, many gigantic. You, detective, when can I have my cargo moved? You can go get your cargo back when we're done investigating, pal. The stubbornness of you police, it is no good. And it is no good that attendant refuses to exit the attendant's room, too. That attendant? I wonder if he's talking about Miss Tenero. Does he have anything to say about that cloth now? Oh. What did you mean by that attendant, Mr. LeBlanc? She was taken into the attendant's room for her interview, and then they still have not come out. They make no signs of coming out either. I was finished with my own interview much earlier, quicker than her. Why is Mrs. Skinner's interview the only one that's taking up so much time? Uh-oh. We weren't doing anything, I swear. Miles Edgeworth, you were given free rein to examine the plane, weren't you? Yes, I was able to obtain the cooperation of the flight attendants. Speaking of attendants, I'd like to speak with Miss Tenero. I wonder if you might grant me permission to enter the flight attendant's room. Before I do, you still have to clear up a few issues surrounding your own circumstances. I understand. You may have tricked those attendants with your sophisticated talking, but you can't pull the wool over my eyes, Miles Edgeworth. What? This wasn't part of the deal? Franziska's logic. Let's not complicate things and go with the most obvious conclusion. The scene of the crime was here, in the very lounge the body was discovered. From the time the victim was seen calling for an attendant until his body was found, the only person in this lounge the entire time was you, Miles Edgeworth. This unmistakably makes you the likeliest suspect. Likeliest suspect, Franziska. Do you have a problem with that? No, but it's not like you to use such vague wording. You're usually a bit more absolute. I'm simply trying to watch out for you. Or is my kindness too hard for you to comprehend? Thank you, but your leniency is unnecessary, for I will prove my innocence soon enough. If I want to continue my investigation, I'll have to break her line of logic fast. Alright, here we go. Alright. Don't you think you're being a bit rash by simply declaring me the culprit? I like my affairs to be simple and perfect. I'll show you the meaning of both when I finish this whole thing within 3 minutes. Oh, not this again. Hey, you say that like you're cooking a pack of instant noodles. Ow! I won't allow even 3 seconds of useless testimony to be uttered in my presence. I see she hasn't changed a bit, but I won't allow her to send me to prison so easily. No. So tell me, Franziska, do you know all there is to know about the crime scene? I know all I need to know in order to arrest you. Nothing more? Are you saying there is more I need to know? Ah, well, why did you whip me, sir? Sorry, Scruffy, my hand must have slipped. It would appear that Franziska doesn't have all the facts of this case yet. I don't think there's anything to press here, but whatever. What do you mean by scene? Please stop pretending like you don't know. It's insulting. Obviously, I'm talking about how Mr. Hicks was seen calling for an attendant at 5 a.m. And then, from the time after that call until the body was found. Well, it's true I was in the lounge the whole time. That fact alone does not make me the criminal. We'll see about that at the conclusion of this investigation. However, there is one thing that even you must admit at this time. That doesn't mean anything. Under the circumstances, I suppose I can agree that I am the most likely suspect. But I believe in you, sir. I don't think you did it. Miss Von Karma's gotta believe that too, right? I mean, you two are like siblings. Yow! Quiet, Scruffy. Even if we were related by blood, that's no guarantee that he's not a criminal. Franziska, I demand to see some proof that you are not the guilty party. The likeliest suspect, huh? What a roundabout euphemism. But it would appear that she doesn't yet know about the new evidence that we acquired and where we acquired it. I'll take care of the gaps in her logic, one hole at a time. Okay. No. And we know that because of the suitcase. It would appear that you did not have all the information you needed after all. And what does that mean? I found a nice piece of evidence just before I was forced to stop investigating. A piece that proves that the body was moved from a different location. The killer used the suitcase to move the victim's body. I very rarely get to enjoy the music in these games, so every once in a while I hear a track and I'm like, yes. I'm usually like so focused on the details that like when the music hits, it doesn't always register. Killer used a suitcase to move the victim's body, meaning that the real scene of the crime is not this lounge at all. Now who's the one rashly jumping to conclusions? Excuse me. All you did was find this piece of cloth inside the suitcase. That doesn't prove that the body was moved. It could be that the killer simply chose that suitcase as a good place to hide the cloth. I expected you to come to that conclusion. It would seem I can't escape that easily. You should know better than that. Von Karma is perfect in every way, except for all those cases I lost against Phoenix Wright. Ah, did you know that the killer definitely wheeled the suitcase around at some point? As if there's proof of that. There's proof the suitcase was moved around. Don't we have... Nope, there it is. Looks like footprints and something being dragged. The spilt grape juice in front of the elevator. Yes, and I'd like to draw your attention to this area here. Where's the evidence that proves the killer dragged the suitcase through here? Ah. This mark here, wouldn't you say that it looks suspiciously like tracks from two wheels? I suppose. Further, there is also grape juice residue on the wheels of the suitcase. This means that the suitcase containing the victim's body definitely passed through here. I suppose this means that the killer did move the victim's body from somewhere else. I'm glad you've come to your senses. Not so fast. This still doesn't put you in the clear, not by a long shot. Wait, what? Francisca's Logic Part 2? You prepared yourself and acquired the piggy bank before the plane hit that turbulence. And then you waited for the victim in the lounge where you beat him to death. Then, while you were in the elevator with the victim's body stuffed into the suitcase, the plane hit that patch of turbulence and out flew the body from within the suitcase. With no way out, you hastily put the suitcase back where you had taken it from, and pretended to be the discoverer of the body. Not a bad bit of logic for something you thought of on the fly. Just what are you insinuating? I was going to say all of that seemed like nonsense. I don't even know where to begin. Then I will show you exactly how flawed your logic is. No matter how strong of a face you put on, not even you can hide your fears from me. I'll expose the flaws in her logic in one fell swoop. What was it that jumped out at me, though? No, we didn't. No. No, that's not true. No. Oh, shoot. We don't... Is it... Maybe just this? This was taken out of his display case in the in-flight shop after the turbulence. Yep, we know that. Oh, I'm gonna present. The fact that you took this piece of evidence into account in your testimony is to be commended. Your legal prowess is certainly something to be feared. Evidence and logic, essential tools that those who would stand in a courtroom must learn to master. But what if there was a fake piece of evidence thrown into the mix? A fake? This Mr. iFly piggy bank is just such a fake. It is not the real murder weapon. What? The timing of when the bank was taken from the shop is important, and it was taken after the turbulence had occurred. But then what about the blood on the bank? What'd you make of that? I assume it was added after the murder when the killer fabricated this weapon. Looking at it this way, the killer basically did 3 things after the turbulence. Yep. After exiting the elevator, the killer brought the suitcase to the shop and left it there. Then the killer proceeded to pick the bank up from off the floor. Yep, we know that. And took it out to fabricate a fake murder weapon by hitting the victim on the head. Finally, the victim's wallet was planted on my personage in my pocket, to be precise. Everything was done so that I would be framed for the murder of Mr. Ackby Hicks. You there? Yes, ma'am. Other than this piggy bank, was anything else resembling a murder weapon found? We didn't find anything in this lounge or in the shop that could be used as one, ma'am. Most of the items that could have been used were broken during the turbulence, and the remaining items all tested negative for any trace of blood. I see. Well, Miles Edgeworth, it appears your stall tactics are at an end. But it's possible that it's just hidden somewhere, sir. Wow! Yeek! Criminal had wanted to hide the weapon in a safer place. I'd think the weapon would have been hidden in the same place as the bloody cloth. Nope. Exactly what I was thinking. Because the cloth was hidden there inside the suitcase, it signals to me that the killer had not prepared a more secure place to hide the evidence, which means that the real murder weapon is either still on the murderer's personage or is still at the real crime scene. But there's one more possibility. And what would that? And that would be the piggy bank is in fact the real weapon. But didn't we just... Let me finish. The killer took the bank out from the display case before the turbulence by opening the lock on the display case door. And it was at that time that the glass pane on the door was broken. That's a perfectly reasonable line of reasoning, wouldn't you? Let's see, so that means that the killer had the key to the display case. Francisco, the person you're talking about... Not so fast, I'm not finished. The person I'm talking about also committed another sin. She tricked the captain and granted you permission to conduct your investigation. Yes, it is the sin of lying. Speaking of which, I recall that you also wish to speak with her. Yes. Very well, permission granted, but only if I can sit in on your interrogation. Do we understand each other? I have no intention of interrogating her, but you are welcome to accompany me if you so wish. Miss Tenero's in the flight attendant's room. Let's move. And we'll take care of that in the next episode. I don't know what I think anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it could be a few people. Pretty much every new character we've met this chapter has potential. I don't think it's LeBlanc. He just seems like a very unpleasant person to have in here, and so you kind of want him to be the murderer, so he goes away. I don't think it's him, but we'll see. I hope you guys are still enjoying this. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.